6:48, time for the morning rush. A runoff is now expected in the race for Albuquerque mayor. That is because unofficial results show that none of the 6 candidates reached the 50% threshold for the vote. Now, incumbent Tim Keller is seeking to become the first person to serve a third term as mayor. Keller received more than 46,000 votes. He will face former Bernalillo County Sheriff Darren White, coming in second with just over 40,000.
In northern New Mexico, Santa Fe voters have chosen a new mayor to replace two-term Mayor Alan Weber. Michael Garcia has been declared winner after receiving 36% of the vote. The closest challengers were Oscar Rodriguez, Ronald Trujillo, and Justin Green. Santa Fe uses ranked choice voting, so there will not be a runoff.
Moving down to southeast New Mexico, where in the race for mayor of Roswell, incumbent Tim Jennings has now won a second term. That's after beating 3 challengers, including Larry Clark, Christopher Hensley, and Eva Theas. Josh.
We're going to see those temperatures climbing into the mid-70s here across the metro heading into this afternoon and evening. Plenty of sunshine, those temperatures remaining above average, and those dry conditions will be sticking around as well. Stephanie?
An investigation is underway this morning after an officer-involved shooting in southeast Colorado forced a highway near Durango to close. La Plata County officials say the shooting happened on U.S. Highway 550 just south of Trimble. Several state and local authorities responded to the scene. It's not yet known what led up to the shooting.
One person is waking up in the hospital this morning after a crash involving a truck towing a trailer that drove off a bridge in Albuquerque. That was near the intersection of Tramway and I-40 yesterday, where they found the car and the trailer dangling off the overpass. Crews say that 2 people were involved and only one person is being treated at the hospital with serious injuries.
Albuquerque police are asking for your help finding a missing child. 13-year-old Jennison Serkis was last seen around 7:30 yesterday morning near Gibson and Snow Vista. She's 5 foot 7 inches tall with brown hair and brown eyes, wearing a black hoodie, a zip-up hoodie, with blue jeans and white sneakers. If you have any information on her whereabouts, you're asked to call 242-COPS. Josh.
Well, once again, we're going to see those warm, calm, and dry conditions today before some breezier winds pick up on our Thursday, bringing gusts across eastern parts of the state up to 45 miles per hour, and then some slightly cooler temperatures move in by Friday.
Presbyterian Hospital has now launched a first-of-its-kind service in New Mexico, creating a program that transports critically ill children from all across the state to the hospital. The new Pediatric Intensive Care Unit ground transportation service will provide safe and efficient travel for patients, with each ambulance functioning as a mobile pediatric ICU.
A behavioral treatment program seeking to help people who fail to voluntarily get treatment is now expanding to 3 more counties in New Mexico. Well, the assisted outpatient treatment program is now expanding to San Miguel, Mora, and the Guadalupe counties. The program helps people who have been hospitalized or jailed because they do not seek treatment on their own and continue their violent behavior.
New this morning, the BioPark has officially announced its name for the 3-week-old baby hippo. More than 46,000 people have voted, and the winner of that poll has now been declared, naming the baby Maisy. The zoo says the name means pearl and suits her perfectly. Josh.
All right, let's get a look at that morning drive. Traffic maps are clear at this time, and Tracker is heading north on I-25 near Central.
The Grand Egyptian Museum opens to the public following a lavish ceremony attended by heads of state and royals. The $1 billion project is donned as the world's largest museum dedicated to one civilization. It showcases almost 50,000 artifacts, and visitors will be able to view the artifacts from the tomb of King Tut for the first time ever.
Time now for the 5 facts.
And number 5, the Albuquerque BioPark has officially named its 3-week-old baby hippo. More than 46,000 people took part in the naming poll, with Maisy coming out and winning on top. Now, yesterday, the BioPark shared a photo saying that after some positive reinforcement and snacks, Maisy got onto the scale all on her own. They also shared her first official weight. That was at 127.9 pounds.
And number 4, a behavioral treatment program to help people who fail to voluntarily get treatment is now expanding to 3 more New Mexico counties. The assisted outpatient treatment program is now expanding to San Miguel, Mora, and Guadalupe counties. The program helps people who have been hospitalized or jailed because they do not seek treatment on their own and continue their violent behavior. Under the program, which began this year, family members, behavioral health providers, and others can request a court order to require the person to get community-based treatment.
At number 3, we are going to remain warm, dry, and relatively calm for the day today before those winds start to pick up tomorrow, bringing gusts across eastern portions of the state up to 45 miles per hour with some slightly cooler temperatures by Friday.
At number 2, one person is waking up in the hospital this morning after a crash involving a truck towing a trailer that drove off of a bridge in Albuquerque. AFL responded to the area of Tramway and I-40 where they found the car and a trailer dangling off the overpass. Crews say 2 people were involved, but only one person is being treated with serious injuries.
And at number 1 this morning, voters are going to be heading back to the polls in Albuquerque next month. That is in the runoff race for mayor and some key city council seats. Unofficial results show incumbent mayor Tim Keller with 36% of the vote and second place candidate Darren White with nearly 31%. And with neither reaching the 50% threshold, the two will face each other in a runoff election. That will also include a runoff for City Council District 1 between Stephanie Tejas and Joshua Neal, and in District 3 between incumbent Clarissa Pena and Teresa Garcia.